Right. Okay. Let me just audio check. That seems good enough. Alright, cool. Hey guys. First and foremost, new background that we got last time we streamed. Yay! So and then today we're doing something a bit different. I have a midterm tomorrow, so we are going to be studying for that. I'll make sure I just grab my. Let me just move some stuff. I was not prepared for today. I prepared nothing. I need to unplug my. Replug it in. There we go. Okay. I have replugged my drawing tablet back in. Okay. Let's actually pop this over that. Wow, that's crazy. Okay. I don't know what to do here. I don't know how I feel about that. Sorry. This is the first time that I've done this. So, I don't know how well this will work. We're about to find out. We are about to find out. Gosh. Okay. First, let me go over to my coding one. Boop. Let's do that. How's that? And then let me grab this. Okay, that looks fine. That's all good. That's good. Cool. Sorry, it's weird because I just got a new monitor, so everything is different. So I have 3 monitors now instead of 2. Um, that's fun. I kind of want to turn up my volume so I can hear my music better, but I don't want to make it too loud on the end of you guys. So it's fine if I turn it up a little bit, right? I just turn it down a bit on. It's fine. I'm sure it's okay. I'm sure it's okay on your guys' end. Okay. Um, by the darkness, stuck in the in between. Feels like I'm haunted. Let's make a window capture. What's wrong with me? I was calling out your name. It's calling out it. Here we go. The shame, no, no. Let's actually alt this so that you only get to see the part that I want you to. Nah, I'm too lazy for that. Just make it bigger so you guys can see it. Alright, so. Today we are. Oh, you know what? I need to, Oh, it's. There we go. Now it should work, right? Oh, come on, please. It works in here. And then let me. I have to open the. This is totally on me. I forgot to set up my tablet to do this. Frick my life. I need to switch its active monitor to this one. Stop being. No? Yes? Hello? It's. There we go. Now we got it. Okay. Okay. We're good. Let me just set some more stuff up so that I'm ready. Let's pop this over here. Perfect. We're good. Let's get started. Okay. So, today we're going to be taking a bunch of practice tests. That was horrendous. Oh my goodness. Do you guys know my name is Ethan? I don't know this, so we're just gonna cross that out. That was a terrible cross out. Oh my god. Okay. Let's do this. First and foremost, Java differentiates overloaded methods by their parameters. I'm pretty sure it's parameters. In Java, a subclass was called constructor with superclass explicitly using super, or the program will fail to compile. True or false? Does it? Yes, it does. I'm pretty sure it does. That's true. A subclass inherits all private fields and methods from a superclass but cannot access them directly. That is true. It has to use a getter and setter methods to access them. Assume the following codes for questions 4 to 7, blah, blah, blah. Okay. What is the output of this program, and explain why? Okay, so the output here, we make a dog, a cat, and an animal, and then we're going to call the make sound function on all of them. So, make sound does something different for each one, and I believe, so A1 is considered a dog, so A1 is going to call class dogs make sound, which is bark, so we're going to have a dog barks, cat meows, and animal makes a sound, whatever the animal does, right? And then, so the reason why is A1 is considered a dog. I did not. That's a D. A2 is considered a cat. And A3 is considered an animal. That's terrible, but I can't fix that. Okay. Should we change the make sound method in animal to be final? So what happens? This will, I believe, cause an error at compile time. Dog barks cost money. That's not what that says. I just have terrible handwriting on this PDF. My handwriting is usually not that bad, and I'm just now realizing I could have just made a text. That's on me. I've been using my mouse to try and. That is complete. Okay, hold on. Let me do this. Don't laugh at me. Don't laugh at me. So it should print out. It should print that out, and the reason why is because A1 is considered. Oh, using the mouse is definitely. Yeah. A1 is considered a dog. Oh, Cherix, hello. Sorry. How are you doing? Okay, watching K-pop Demon Hunters with my mom right now. I've heard a lot of good things about K-pop Demon Hunters, but I don't know. Is it like really is it really good? Thinking about my father lately, the person that he made me, the person I've become. Let me erase this so I can rewrite this. So far, yes, I'm halfway through. Hmm. Well, don't spoil anything because I haven't watched it yet. That's good that you're doing good. Da di da, you get what you get, give what you get. So cannot be overridden in compile time. It will cause an exception. It should be in compile time and not in runtime, I believe. If we had at override above the methods, does it change the output? It should not change the output of the make sound methods in dog and cat. Just tells the compiler that the methods are overriding the make sound method in animal. Have to get high, but we don't know how to come down. Down, 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 down. Don't know how to come down, 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 down. Don't know how to come down, 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 down. Know how to come down, down. Well, make sure you. I wish you the best from a mock exam. It's not a mock exam, it's a real exam. But thank you. And thank you for lurking. If I if I get too loud or I get annoying, feel free to mute me. Hopefully it doesn't get to that, but if it does, just in case it does, feel free to mute me. And make sure you take care of yourself. Know how to come down, down. Okay, consider the following wildlife class in the same package. Okay. Can the wildlife class call make sound on the dog object? Why or why not? Yes. I thought mock exams, since usually actual exams are monitored. They are. These are practice exams. Um, I'm doing practice exams to study for my actual exam, which is tomorrow. And like these aren't actually graded, so I'm not worried about this. This is more for me to make sure I actually know what the heck I'm doing. Care anymore. They're part of the same package, and these should be defaulted to public, so it should work. Can the wildlife class call make sound on the dog object? should be able to. The coast and town, hit the sun. I'm pretty sure Java defaults to public, so I'm gonna assume that for this one. 3 points. In the JCF, sure, okay. I know what that means. The stack class, Java class framework, I guess. The stack class extends vector. Explain how such a design can lead to the misuse of the stack abstract data type. I definitely know what a vector is. Um, huh. I'm trying to think. Vector. I want the documentation for vectors. Um, so stack extends vector, good to know. And vector, however, which means you can call every time. Okay, I'm not sure. When you thought you said too much, guess it don't always go like the stories we've been told. 'Cause you're gone, and you find I'm in here fucked up. Oh, I wonder, did emotions fade with the summer? Like an ocean wave took me under, and you laughed without a sound. Baby, tell me how. How do you love somebody? How do you love somebody else? Tell me how. The stack the stack class will inherit the methods and fields from the vector class. Therefore, it is possible to call the methods from the vector class with an object, with a stack object. I'm not exactly sure what I'm supposed to say here, but I believe that it's this. Well, we'll see. Oh, they give us the stack. Okay. They give us a stack. Mess again. How do... Oh, there it is. Too early. How do you love somebody else? 'Cause when you left, I lost myself. Finish the code below. For this problem, a palindrome is a string that reads the same forwards and backwards, considering spaces and letter case. Considering both spaces and letter case. Okay. It must be recursive. If you use a loop, it is a 0. You may use stack methods, empty, peek, pop, push. You will not need them all for the correct solution. From string, you can use char at and length. Assume that the string argument is a valid string with one or more characters. Okay. Private stack boolean is palindrome recursive. And we're given both the stack, the string, and then the index. Okay. Up something in the air. It was something in the... I assume it's a boolean. My heart, not fair. But thinking about you. So they push all the characters into the stack. Okay. I can't stop my words from and the axis of your love. Can't find a way and in the axis of your love. That's actually So I'm not allowed to use size of the stack. So I don't know how big the stack is. The length of the string should tell me everything, the length of the stack though. And then we have an int for index. Think about you. So is palindrome takes the string, and then we add all the characters from string into the stack. And start the world from on the axis of your love. Mind away on the axis of your love. So first thing and foremost, what we have to do is dude, what? Okay, hold on, wait. I think I know how to do this. The way that I'm gonna do this is I guess I don't know if it really counts as recursive, but it can be done recursively. So I need to think about this. Okay, if we're gonna do this recursively, first and foremost, we have to do. Okay, well we know we have the index 0, we have the string. So first, we can use the char at. Oh, you know what we can do? We can pop out. We can pop out the values in the stack because the stack is first in last out, right? It is all. I guess it's last in first out generally. LIFO. Since the stack is LIFO, last in first out. If your string is race car, and your index is 0, you can just pop out and compare to the index and add 1, right? So what we do here is we say, all right, well, if string dot char at index dot equal, I should be able to use dot equals on a char. Oh no, I can just use equal equals here. Equal equals stack dot peak. So basically, if the car at that index equals the peak of the stack, what is at the top of the stack or the end of the string. So if what's at the beginning of the string equals what's at the end of the string, then we can do stack dot pop. We pop it out, and then we return true, and is palindrome recursive. So actually, I'm gonna write this down. String. Then we pass the string directly, the stack directly, and then the index plus plus. So, or yeah, index plus plus. So that closes that. That closes that. So basically, we're going to return, well, this and if this is true, which is then going to say, well, this and if this is true, this and if this is true, this and if this is true. But then we also first have to make sure that we can actually check at the index. So as long as index is less than string dot length, well, actually we can say if index is greater than string dot length, then what do we do here? If we get index is equal to string dot length, I guess we just return true no matter what. This one we can just return the true, and then if there's any falses in there, then it's going to be false anyway. So we say, well, okay, well, if index is greater than the length of the string, greater than or equal to the length of the string. Okay, guys, give me a second. Hold on. Give me a sec. It's not updating my music, which is really annoying to me. I will be right back, y'all. Give me a second. Sorry, guys, I'll be right back. That guy had to get banned. Frick me, man. Alright, I'm back. Boop. Alright, let's do this. I banned them, but I don't know if it deleted their chat message. Let me check. It did. Okay. Phew. I was like, did it do it? I don't know if it did it, but it did it. We're good. Coolio. All right. Okay. If the string.car, the index is the same thing as the character that gets peaked, I believe equal equals should work for the characters, right? Because it's a primitive, it should work for characters. Yes. We pop it out if it's true, and then we return this. So otherwise, if it's not true, then we can return false. So what this does is essentially, let's say you have race car, right, like this. So so we're gonna pass in index 0, and we're gonna pass in the string race car, and the stack that has RACECAR in it, and then from there we're gonna compare the string at index 0 with the end of the stack. So that's gonna be R to R, and then if it's true, we're gonna remove the R. Pop out the R. So now we have in the stack we have race car, not race car, race car. Right, and then we're gonna return true or is palindrome recursive, the same string that we sent in the stack, and then the index. But we're gonna add one to the index. So we're gonna compare. Okay, well A, index 1A, end of the stack is A. Pop. So now we have index 2. Index 2 is C. The end of the stack is C. Cool. Pop that out. Index 3. E. The end of the stack is E. Cool. Pop it out. Boom. Index 5 is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 0, 1, 2, 3. Index 4, C. End of the stack is C. Pop. And the same all the way to the end, where now we have what? Index 0, 1, 2, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have index 7, and index 7 is longer than the length of the string, so we just return true on that. So it's going to be return true, and is palindrome recursive, which is going to say return true and is palindrome recursive. So this ends up with return true and is a palindrome recursive, and is a palindrome recursive, and is a palindrome recursive, and. But if we ever get anything that does not match, return false, and that's going to return false. What is so beautiful? Actually, I don't need an else. I can just say return false. Boom. Canyon for the beach. Long way to the cheeks. That should be all I need. Alright. Finish the method below that processes an array of objects in a single pass. For each null in the array, set it to the index of the next null. The last null in the array should be set to the index of the first null. If an integer is found in the array, throw an illegal argument exception with the message array contains an integer. Ensure the method works for arrays with multiple nulls, a single null, or no nulls. Okay. No library methods allowed other than constructed the exception. Use the length field of the input array is allowed. Only one looping construct as you get only one pass from start to the end of the array. Oh my god, okay. Assume array will be non-null with at least one element in it. Okay. So we assume that it's not null and it has at least one element, which could be null. So the first thing that we have to do here is, alright, we write our for loop here. For int I, which is equal to 0, I must be less than the array.length I plus plus. So basically what that, so now we can loop through from the beginning of the array to the end of the array. And here's what we're gonna do. Okay, int, so we're gonna say, all right, int null counter, which is gonna be set equal to 0. Ooh, no, we can't do that in there. We have to set that outside, otherwise it'll reset it every single time that we loop. Int null counter, which is initially set equal to 0. So then we have if null counter equals 0 and the array of I equals null. So now if our null counter is 0, so this is our first null. If we have our first null, yeah, you finished the movie, it was good. That's good. I'm glad that you enjoyed it. Make this longer. If null counter equals 0 and the array I is null. So we have our first null, right? We have our first null. Int first index. No idea what this language is. This is Java. So this is I think in most cases the first language. Well, actually that's not true. A lot of people learn Python first now. Java is the language that I'm the best at. Rather, I suppose I should say that. It's the language I'm the most familiar with. People usually tell me, I'm so sorry that you had to learn Java as your first language. And I'm over here like, okay, but it makes it really easy to learn other languages. Honestly, like if you're going to learn how to code, people always say, you should start with something easy to understand like Python. No. If you're going to learn how to code, start with Java. Start with Java because Java is more complicated than something like Python, but it's more simple than something like C++ or C. It's a middle ground area where you can properly learn how to write code without having everything done for you, like in Python. Night time. Stereo. Me over and over again. Hit the radio. Oh. Good nights and a couple of bad ones. A few bad fights, but I'm glad that they happened at the end of the night. Could honestly say over and over and over again. So now, if the null counter is 0 and the array is equal to null, the first index is equal to I. Cool. Other way. Never want this night to end. Maybe we can turn back time. Do it all over again. Tomorrow we can last rewind. And we're gonna have an int for past index. It's also equal to -1. And then an int for, well, we don't need to do it for the next index. All we have to say is, do you know what SQL is, by the way? My friends mentioned that they're computer science teachers. I do. Okay. Maybe they've called it SQL, but its proper pronunciation is SQL. SQL is kind of a computer language. It's okay. SQL's not really a computer language. Let me do this. I need to open up a file really quickly. Do it all over again. That's not right. Let me open my Python file. Open. I believe I have a folder for this somewhere. Hold on. Let me pop this over to this. Of course I don't see it because I just opened it. This, I believe, is what I need. Yep, okay. Let me just open something. Where is it? It's this one. Was it in? It was in advanced object. Am I to say here? Okay, so don't mind this. This is a project I did in school. So SQL has its own syntax, but generally you'll never see it outside of um, another coding language. So what I mean by that is, actually, let me do this. Let me hold on. Let me pop this here really quickly so I can do some art, so I can draw something. Okay. Um, so the way that it works with stuff like this, I have to change my workspace. No, I don't. I'll just pop this over here. It's fine. Okay. So the way that SQL works is, thank you. So you have your top level language. So you have that is the wrong color. I am using an airbrush. That's why. Okay, so you have your. So at the top here, right? You have your These are top level languages. And then, so within most of these top level languages, you have lower level sections. So, for example, one of those, that's terrible, one of these lower levels is, is SQL. And, another example of a lower level kind of programming language is called regex. This stands for regular expressions. And this is completely off topic, but regular expressions are ways that we can designate how to look for specific characters and letters in string values. So that's like, this would be a string value with the value of string. SQL is similar to regex, but instead of dealing with specific values and characters and strings, SQL deals with databases. So SQL is kind of a specific way that you can write and implement databases within other coding languages. In most cases, you're not going to see SQL outside of that. So here, what I'm doing is I've imported SQL into my Python code, so I can use the SQL syntax in Python, right? So here, I create a database called car database, and then here you use your SQL syntax. So that's like create table if it doesn't exist, blah blah blah, and you specify certain things inside that area, and then you create the stuff for your data and you add it into it. But SQL, you're not really ever going to see SQL by itself. You usually see it implemented in other coding languages, but usually not by itself. If that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. I don't know if it's been updating my music at all this entire time. Probably hasn't. It probably hasn't, but it's fine. On my chest, bodies tied together. In the middle of the night, have to say goodbye. Taking you home in the middle of the night. No good way. Yeah, there's no good way. When I'm running after you. I see. I was asking since apparently I'll have it in one of my courses, but still unconfirmed. So, the thing with SQL, right, is I believe SQL ID. Oh, I need a online here. The professor hasn't released their syllabus. Oh no. So here, the thing with SQL, right, is they'll probably have you use an IDE similar to this one, if it decides to load. So there's like specific syntax I don't know if they'll have you. I don't. Okay, here's the thing, right? I've never implemented SQL by itself because usually you never see it by itself. I have implemented SQL before, but I've never really used it. Usually, I just look up the syntax of what I need. Um, like here, what this means is you're taking any category from the table called demo, assuming demo exists as a table. Um, but SQL, okay, like if SQL's not. I would say SQL, in terms of its difficulty, not very hard to learn because it's mostly just database management, right? So it's learning how to create a table, learning how to remove items from a table, learning how to insert items into a table. Overall, probably not the worst thing to learn. And it's it's kind of like when you're learning how to do specific things in Excel. That's kind of like what SQL is. No other way, no other way. But I don't think you'll have much trouble with SQL. SQL is pretty simple in its general application. Um, but if you do find that you need help with something, you can feel free to send me a message. I mean, you probably won't need to. Um, you probably won't need to, but if you do find the need to, I can help. I do have experience with SQL. Like that, sun, the sun's already over. Any closer. Until you get into recursive seats. Yeah, that's fair. But I highly doubt that if you're doing an introductory SQL class, I highly doubt that you're gonna get into CTE. Um, that's fairly advanced. Common table expressions are pretty advanced. Um, I don't think you're gonna do that in an introductory like in an introductory class. I highly doubt you're gonna learn recursive CDEs. Mm-hmm, 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 I make believe. I need to open up my mind. Kinda love it all, just gotta. Yay! Thank you. Of course, of course. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Tell me that you won't be here tonight. I mean, of course, granted, I don't know what they're going to cover in the class. So, I mean, they could cover CTEs, of which I don't have a lot of experience with those, because those are, eh, we don't talk about that. But I don't think you're going to get into it. I highly doubt it. You love CTEs? I mean, different people have different opinions, you know. I like switch statements, most people don't. Also, welcome to the stream. I should have said this earlier. Welcome to the stream. I'll call you Merciful since that's the beginning part of your name. Um Unless of course you have something else that you want me to call you. Don't worry. You can just say that and if you're comfortable with it, it's best if you tell me your pronouns. I would like to respect those if you have any sort of difference. No worries, since I have no idea. Is it? Yep. Yep. Dancing Dino. I would worry more about index hints. Please tell me that you won't be here tonight. Tell me that you won't be. Please tell me that you won't. That you won't. Index hints are good. Ugh. I mean, granted, if you're dealing with small scale tables, you don't really need to worry about index hints. Um, so I mean, I wouldn't worry about index hints either. Most of the time, you're not going to use them. Like if you're not dealing with thousands upon thousands of data elements, I wouldn't worry about index hints. Won't be here tonight. Usually the optimizer deals with it. Yeah, that's why I would not worry about index hints for the most part. In New York City. That music is a lot louder than I thought it was going to be on stream. Let me lower that a bit. In love in New York City. Oh, there is about to be an ad, so keep that in mind as we head into that. What was I doing? Right, I have to do this in one pass. That's what makes it annoying. So the last null in the array should be set to the index of the first null. So I need to have a first null, and then I need to have a last index, so I know where they are. And then we have a past index for whenever we're dealing with past ones. So once we find our first null, we set our first index equal to I. We have to set this equal to the next one, right? So we can also make this our past index as well. So we can say past index is going to equal I as well. And by doing this, we now know, okay, what our past index is and what our first index is. And then what we can say, okay, and then in here, if but then how do we find the last null? Well, okay, let's just say this. Okay, once we've done that, we have to set it up as an else if, not as just an if. Otherwise, if the array of I if just the array of I equals null, then we should just be able to say, okay, well, if the array of I is just the array of I is equal to null, we know the last null should be set to the first null, but the first null should be set to the next null after it. Then we can say, okay, well, we now know where the next one is, right? So we can say, okay, the last null in the array should be set to the index of the first null. So we'd say, okay, array of the past index is going to be set equal to our current I, and then we reset the past index. So then we say, okay, well, past index is then equal to I. And then by doing that, now we can, as it loops through the entirety of the list, it'll go up until that last null. So we've reached that last null. And what is it going to do? It's going to say, okay, well, we found this null. And we're going to set this node to the past index. And we're going to set the last node of this one. Then we're going to reach the end of the list where there's nothing else there. Right, so now we're at the end of the list. So we've already passed through everything. So if we passed through everything, then we know the index of the last null, the index of the first null, it's all around us. In my heart with you. True. So I don't actually need last index. We can just say, okay, then array of first index is going to equal past index. Keep on you making the way. No. The last null in the array should be set to the index of the first null. Array of past index is equal to first index. And all we have to do before we do that is check to make sure that none of these are -1. It's off the ground. Walls come down. Love me down. So for example, like if you have to say for if first index does not equal -1 and past index does not equal -1. So in the case where the first index doesn't equal -1 and the past index equals -1, that means that you found no nulls in there, right? But what if there's only one null? You're going to set both first index and past index to the same number. So this should, yeah, that should be fine. If I surrender my eyes to you, and you, eyes all around you, my eyes to you, and the truth. Don't tell me, don't tell me, don't tell me why. It's in my life. But you keep on your making a race. Hold on, what? There's one other thing I need to do. How long is given for this exam? I get an hour and 20 minutes for the exam. Off the ground. Come down. You took me, burned me down. There's one more thing I have to do. If an integer is found in the array, throw an illegal argument exception with the message array contains an integer. Ensure the method works for arrays of multiple nulls, single null, and no nulls. Okay, so it's just not supposed to have an integer specifically in it. So we have to say, all right, if array of I dot, no, I should just say if array I instance of integer, I believe I can write it like that. I don't particularly remember how to write this, but throw new illegal argument exception array contains an integer. The time change. I mean, obviously, I'm not gonna keep to that time frame because I mean, I did spend like 20 minutes not actually working, not doing it, and I'm not like focused on it because I'm also talking to y'all. But yeah, what's next? And I mean, I would say that even though I've been spending time talking to you guys, in terms of my pacing's still pretty good. Okay, what are we doing here? Finish the method below that reverse the first k elements in the queue. As for the queue object, you can use add, peek, remove, size, and is empty. You can use a declared stack. From stack, you can use empty, peek, push, pop, and size. Okay. You do not need to use all these allowed methods for a correct solution. And listening to music. Yes, and listening to music. No other library methods or additional data structures are allowed. Local variables and looping decision making constructs are allowed. Okay. The first part of the method that does validation and declares the stack is given. Just finish the logic. Got you. Okay. So we have reverse the first elements in the queue of integers called q int k. So if the queue is null, or q is empty, or q is greater than or k is greater than the q that size, or k is less than or equal to 0, we just thoroughly blah blah blah. Stack integer stack. Okay. So I need to reverse the first couple elements. So what? So So they want me to okay, okay. Fine. Forgiven. Oh, that's weird. Okay, hold on. Check that. Thank you for redeeming posture check, Mr. Boy. I don't know why that didn't play a sound. It's supposed to. I still have to fix that. Welcome to the stream. How are you feeling? Are you feeling any better? I know that you're feeling kind of not very well earlier, and we probably shouldn't have had you up to play repo. Make sure you get a lot of rest. Make sure you drink water. Make sure you take care of yourself. Don't feel like you need to chat if you don't want to. I'll be here for the next about 2 hours. Okay. So feel free to lurk. You don't have to talk. Just make sure you're taking care of yourself, buddy. And it's not updating my music. I don't know why. It's fine. It's whatever. Okay. A Q is first in, first out. Electric chemicals I breathe. Lead kerosene. So here's obviously I need to add everything to the queue, but I'm not allowed to create any additional data structures. All right. Ranger, go and hide, my only savior. I look into your eyes. It's first in, first out for a queue. So if I pop from a queue, or remove, rather, if I remove from the queue, it'll remove from the front. So it'll remove the 1. So we remove the first K elements from the queue and add them to the stack. And then Oh, I got it. I know how to do it. Okay. I got it. I got it. Okay. First we loop through the queue the amount of times that there is K. We do stack. Does Q dot remove? I mean, I could just peek, but I want to make sure that I'm doing this right. Retrieves and removes the head of the queue. Okay, yeah, we're fine. It returns the head. Gotcha. Okay. Phew. Just make sure I'm doing it right. Okay. So if we do stack dot, I believe it's add for a stack. No, it is push. Stack dot push. Q dot remove. And we do that for the first K elements in the queue. And then we're going to I got to go. We're gonna Q dot add. Q dot add. Q dot add stack dot poll, I believe it's what it's called. Stack dot pop. So by doing this, what we've essentially done is we've now made it, if it's, let's say that it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, it'll become, and you're trying to remove the first, we're trying to reverse the first 5 elements, it becomes 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's what it's become. So now all I have to do is remove the first couple elements. And the way that we're going to do that is we're going to say, all right, well, for int I, which is equal to 0, I must be less than k, I must be less than q dot size. I believe it's q dot size. Q dot size minus k. So we're going to remove everything except for k. So if you have a length of 10 and you want to reverse the first 5, then you want to remove the next 5 elements, right? Or if you have a length of 10 and you want to remove 4, you would reverse 4, you're going to remove 6 out of there. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to do I++. And then what we're going to do is we're going to say, okay, well, now you can say q dot add, right? Q dot add, q dot remove. And all this does is send everything at the front to the back the amount of times that you need to. And that's it. That's all you have to do. That's the entire thing. Alright, let me check the key. Take me away. Which does mean I need to pull it off. Let me check the key. This is old exam 1 from spring of 2025. So this is just this year. And then I have to make sure that I cross out everything that could dox me. My face, the gaps before me. Do you see what we've become? Judges and losing the only one. My life, for my life. What's with your delay? Only given times, getting times. Alright, now I can show it. Boop. Okay. This is a key. Java differentiates overloaded methods by their method signatures. What did I write? I wrote parameters. Okay. A method signature. Here's the thing, right? A method signature is a combination of both the name of the method and the parameters of that method. So what that means is if you have methods with different names, that's how Java tells the difference between those two methods. But you can also have methods with the same name with a different parameter list or different parameters. And that's how I can tell that, wait, these are two different functions. So in my case, with my answer, I just assumed that they were talking about, well, obviously when you have an overloaded method, it's going to have the same name. So it's not the method signature necessarily, it's the parameters. Well, more the specific parameters of the method signature. Of the method signatures, rather. Okay. In a Java, a subclass must call a constructor or to fail to compile. That's false. I didn't know that was false. I thought that was true. When would you not need to call the superconstructor? With a subclass. Do you need to call the superconstructor? Oh, you know what? I know when you don't need to. I know why you don't need to. If you have a parameterless constructor, that's why that's false. if you only have a parameter constructor in your super, you do always have to call it. But if you have a non-parameter constructor, then you don't have to call it. Okay, that's fine. A subclass inherits all the fields and cannot access them directly. That is true. I wrote true. Dog barks, cat meows, animal makes a sound. The output is due to delayed or dynamic binding that looks at the object at runtime. Okay, that's what I said. Well, I more talked about how they're all at runtime, not at compile time, which is why. The overridden version would not compile in dog and cat. The final keyword method declaration prevents being overridden. It cannot be overridden in subclasses extend. Compile time would cause an exception. Okay. It will not change the output. The annotation is just a compiler message. The behavior is the same. The annotation will issue an error if the overriding is done incorrectly. Good to know. I didn't mention that. I don't think I need to mention that to get the points for that because that's not what the question was asking. The wildlife class should be able to, since package. I said they're in the same package, and since the dog class is not private, it can't be accessed. I didn't say that it was public, so yeah. I didn't say it was package protected, I just said it wasn't private. The vector is an implementation of a general purpose list that allows for insertion and removal. Stack class can call these vector methods due to the is a relation. Such objects would violate the life. Yeah. That's I basically said that, but I didn't mention the fact that you could insert and whatever. This. I don't know what they wrote, and I don't know if I wrote something better than that or not. But I think I wrote something completely different. I wrote something that's a little bit more convoluted, but I believe mine still works. Of course, I'd have to test it. And I don't particularly want to test it. I'm just going to assume it still works. It should still work. I mean, this... Okay, what this does is this just goes through the entirety of the list. It should still theoretically work. And actually, this wouldn't always work. No, it would. Never mind. It would always work. What am I saying? Of course it would work. This is a very simple way to do it. Mine is a bit more complicated because I didn't think to do it that way. This one. They have the first null and the last null, -1, -1. I have first and past. If the array I equals null, first null equals -1. So they just stored it as if it's this and you do this, otherwise you do this. That's basically what I did, just mine's a little bit different. And I first check if it's an integer rather than this. But yeah, besides that, I did the same thing. And then last one, they stacked up push q.remove was mine. What did they do? They did stacked up push q.remove. They just did a while loop. See, I don't know what stack.empty does. I assume it's the same thing as is empty. While the stack is not empty, they pop. I just used a for loop, which is the same thing, but yeah. I'll just add that. Oh, I didn't mean to open that. Oops. Okay, now I'm taking them. And then int remaining size equals q. I just did q size minus k. Yeah, okay. I did that. That's all good. Cool. That one's good. We're going to pop that out. Now for the next one. 20. 30 don't seem so far away. I know. I need to maybe find somebody to call my own. I'm ready, but I will go back and tell me. It's all I have control now. I know it's over now. I didn't save any of that. That's oh fudge. I have to go back. I'm not going to. I'm too lazy. Ready to get older. I'm not ready to get older. But now I'm taking all my places and I'm putting all my friends together. Nice October. In the closure, I can stop this roller coaster. I'm not really All right. Now this one is more like a test, in my opinion. We'll do one more practice test, I suppose. We'll do one more. We'll do one more practice test. Okay, a class can be declared both final and abstract. I I don't think so. I'm pretty sure it can't because abstract means you have to make a subclass of it to implement it because you have to extend it, while final means you can't extend it. So I'm pretty sure this one. Okay, let's not do that. That didn't happen. That almost read it out loud. That was very bad. This is false. That's 100% false. An enum type can have a public constructor. True or false? Ooh. I mean, generally when you make a constructor, you make it public, but you don't have to, right? Um, I'm pretty sure that an enum is generally considered if you don't declare anything, it's considered private. So I'm going to assume this is false. Because I'm pretty sure the entire point of an enum is if you can call the constructor, then you can make a new version of that enum, and the enum is supposed to be constant. In Java, you can have an array list of a primitive int. That's okay. This is false, but you can make one of integer, which in newer versions of Java is because of the way that typecasting works. You can automatically cast between integers and ints. So technically, no, you cannot make an array list of a primitive int because it's primitive, not an object. If your customized exception has exception as its parent class, it will be an unchecked exception. That's true. I think. No. No, exception is a checked exception, right? Exception is. Hmm. I'm pretty sure any kind of exception. Most exceptions are considered unchecked. I mean, not unchecked. Are considered checked. I know that there are some like illegal argument exception that are unchecked, but I'm fairly certain exception is checked. This is false. Exception is checked. In Java programming, one uses composition to create a has-a relationship. True or false? Um. Yeah, this isn't an is a. This is a has a. Can you create an object within this class? That's true. That is true. What is the visibility modifier one uses to make a method accessible to subclasses outside of the package of the parent class, preventing access to non-subclasses? Okay. What is one uses to make a method accessible to subclasses outside of the package of the parent class, preventing access to non-subclasses? I believe this is package protected. Or protected, rather. Code in this block will execute regardless of whether the try block completes or if an exception is thrown. What? Code in this block will execute. There's about to be an ad, by the way, guys, just letting you guys know. regardless of whether the try block completes or if an exception is thrown, passing control to a catch clause. Code in this block. I don't know what this is asking. That's more like a statement. I'm gonna have to look at the key for this one because I don't know what this is asking me. In the code below, the fact that the add method call compiles without an error demonstrates this feature of Java introduced in version 5. Oh god. Why are these all vocab words? I know that there's some kind of way to remember this. All primitive data types have a wrapper class. I want to say it's something like auto wrap. I'm gonna say that. It's something like auto wrap. It's auto something. And since they're wrapper class, I'm gonna say wrap because I don't remember. Assuming you're working with a version of Java prior to the introduction of generics, rewrite the third line of the code so it will compile and allow the assignment to take place. ArrayList example equals new ArrayList blank. Example dot add hi. String s equals o. There we go. You just gotta cast it. And no more than 2 sentences, explain what is meant by late dynamic binding. When you create an object of one class and instantiate it as another class. Example, animal equals new dog. Nobody but you. Oh. I think that's right. Girl, you got me hooked onto something. Who could say that you saw that? Come and tell me where you feel the love. When you feel the love. So, at runtime, the object is considered that of a dog, but at compile time, the object is considered an animal. Nobody but you. Assume that a CS student class implements a person interface and extends a student class. Okay. What will take place when the following code is executed? So we create new student S. The CS student extends student, so you should be able to make a new CS student, sure. And it implements person, so you should be able to make a person as a CS student, sure. Boolean b equals s dot get class does not equal p dot get class. Okay, I believe this runs. I've never seen something like this before. When you call get class, that should call its runtime class. Both of them should return CS student because that's their class at runtime. So it should be B. So we'll just do that so we know it's B. Um, and no points, and no more than 2 sentences. Explain what is the purpose of using the final keyword when declaring a method. The final keyword when declaring a method is used so the method cannot be overridden in a subclass. Realized. Fix the code so it'll compile without a try catch. Draw an arrow where the extra code needs to be inserted and write the code at the start of the arrow. Okay. In x equals 0. If x equals 0, throw an exception. You can't divide by 0. Otherwise, doesn't have to print 5 divided by x. I'll be there. I'll be there. Either for you. Huh. Interesting. Um. I'll be there for you. You don't want me to. How can you? Mm, mm, mm. Here's the thing, right? There you go. I realized inside. Things you're on my mind. I don't know how to do. I'm not sure what to do in 13. I wanted to, so we wanted to be able to compile without a try catch, but we're throwing an exception. It's possible. We might be able to do. I think there's something that we do in the method signature, but I don't remember what it is to do. So that one I don't remember. Thank you for doing stretchies, me. Let me get a stretch in. Ugh. Oh, that skipped. Oops. That's not supposed to do that. I don't know what that happened. Alright, in no more than 2 sentences, explain what is the general purpose of the call super.toString when you override the toString of a class. Obviously, it's to call to get the string representation of the superclass. I don't know why else you would need to do that. I can feel the rush of adrenaline. I'm scared to jump if you want to. Let's just fall in love for the hell of it. Maybe we'll just keep falling. Can feel the rush of adrenaline. I'm not scared to love. I want you, let's just fall in love for the hell of it. Maybe we'll just keep falling. Something about you. A student inherits person, and both classes have a default. Okay. Write one assignment statement that shows your understanding of what upcasting means. Oh my god, dude. Ugh. Subclass, dude, superclass. Okay. Person equals new student. You're defining a person object as a student. Because you're assigning a dog. You're assigning a dog object to, or this case, because you usually use animal and dog. That's my usual one. In this case, you're assigning a student to a person because a student is a person, but a person is not always a student. Assume you want to create a more than one is a relationship for a student class of writing. And no more than two sentences in the strategy discussed in class to overcome the lack of multiple inheritance in Java. In order to overcome the lack of multiple inheritance, there exist interfaces which are used to allow classes to essentially have more than one is a relationship slash inherit. I'm not gonna do these. I don't feel like doing these right now. And I know how to do these. Like, this is just code implementation. It's not that hard to do. I just don't feel like doing it. Because look at this. This is crazy. One was right. Never be like them. I was just a kid back then. The older I get, the more. Actually, my parents aren't heroes. They're just like me. Loving is hard. It don't always work. Just try your best not to get hurt. I used to be mad, but now I know. Sometimes it's better to let someone know. Just hadn't hit me yet. The older I get. Oh, Adi, hello. I'm studying, and I'm kind of studying. I'm not really doing this. I don't feel like writing the code, so I've just been looking through the stuff and seeing whether or not I can do it. Oh, let me check the key for this one. Felt like mine. Let me hold on. I'll put that back up in a second. Let me just open the key in a different page so I don't dox myself. Okay, we're good. Man like me. Oh damn, yeah. Oh, also, I saw you streaming earlier. How was your stream? And also, how are you doing today? All right, what do we have? We got false, 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 good, false, and then true. It's protected. Finally, interesting. I didn't know finally existed. Wait, okay, so is it try catch finally? Wait. Oh, okay. Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah, stream was fun. I'm good. You rested my voice a little bit because you have recordings to be done. That's fair. If you gotta record, you gotta you gotta make sure your voice is like my voice is kind of dead right now. Go, just hadn't hit me yet. The older I get. It's called Autobox. Okay, so this should be Autobox, not Auto Rap. I was close. I couldn't remember it, but it's Autobox. All right. String s string example got get 0. System waits of runtime to invoke based on the dynamic blah blah whatever. B false be assigned to B. Yep. I had never seen that before, so I was very confused. That was interesting. Final keyword prevents the method being overwritten. Yep. It is to call the base class of the toString. Sure. Person is equal to new student should have no explicit cast. Yep. Okay. You can inherit from one parent class interfaces to create a multiple is a relationships. That's what I just wrote here. Cool. Okay, you know what? I would have gotten most of those points for the short answer section, and that's good enough. I'm glad you've been doing. I'm glad you've been doing good. Oh wait, you're doing recordings. I can never do coding. I don't think I have the patience. I mean, to be fair, I don't really have the patience either. Like for me, it's not really about patience. It's more about solving a problem. Like if I get a problem and it's extremely tedious to code, I'm gonna be like, okay, I know how to code it, but I don't want to code it. And then I sometimes I just have to sit down and crunch for a couple hours. But it's like for me, it's not really patience. You're in my bed. Recording. Oh, ASMR. Ooh, ASMR. Oh my. I'm sorry. And some covers. Oh, that's right. Wasn't there like there's a thing with you for covering, right? Like, someone who donated a lot do a cover. Is that what it was? Am I forgetting it? I might not remember that properly. I'm gonna be real. Um, next to me. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's right. The cover request at 100. Yeah. Okay. You're in my bed. Unbelievable, yeah. Unbelievable, yeah. Unbelievable, yeah. Unbelievable. Unbelievable, yeah. Unbelievable. It's you're in my heart, you're in my head. Now you look it up. You're in my bed. Believable, yeah. Yep, the goal was reached. You're doing a full cover from scratch. Oh, that's exciting. Like I I want to do covers someday. That's not the right word. I want to do covers someday, but I have no idea how to get started on them, and nor do I think. And my voice is not the best for singing. So, you're in my head, I'm waking up. You're in my bed. But yeah, unbelievable. Yeah. You're gonna set up a poll later for suggestions. Well, I will. I will probably suggest a song. Oh, oh, I forgot about. Hold on, wait. I need to. I forgot to set something up in Stream Elements. Shoot. You're in my head. Now you're waking up. You're in my bed. Let me go and do that right now before I forget, because I know I'm gonna forget. I will imagine how it is to be with you. First day I saw your face, I knew this love was true. Nothing I can do, only imagine how it is to be with you. I can only imagine us both loving through the night. I can only say everyone side by side. I can only imagine where. Funny, and we would be a perfect harmony. Oh my god, I keep forgetting to do this, and I need to do this now before I forget. Okay. Um. Let me see if that works. It should work. Let's see. I think so far you have Pink Pony Club on the list. I can take maybe two more before the poll. Oh. Oh, okay. Where do I suggest a song? Where do I suggest a song? let me open your Discord. Wait. Oh, is there a place I can suggest it? Just DM me or look for my Twitter. Okay, I'll DM you a suggestion right now. I will DM you a suggestion right now. Let me just find your thing, and now I have to think of a song to send you. Um, let me look at my song list. Where's my song list? Here it is. Let's see. What do I want you to sing? Um, how do you feel about a song in Japanese? Thank you for the shout out, Sherix. How do you feel about it? How would you feel if I sent you a song that was in Japanese? I swear it's an easy song to learn. Look. If I can sing it in Japanese, you can sing it in Japanese because I can't speak Japanese for the life of me. If we could be a symphony, we would be. I can try. Send it over. Okay, let me send it to you. I'm gonna grab the link to the song. Um. 今日は言えない元通りはもうできない Okay, I need to open it. Let me open it in a different browser so you guys can't see any of it. You might do it anyway before the debut. Okay, hold on. I want non the non-male vocal one. Hold on. Found it. It's funny that the moment I say I can't speak Japanese, for the life of me, a Japanese song starts playing. Here you go. That is not the right. I did not copy that correctly. Hold on. Delete that. Why did it not copy and paste that? Hold on. There we go. That. Why did it not link it? What the? Okay, that didn't work either. Hold on. Okay, let's try this. There we go. I have sent it. Okay. Yeah. Mama. Oh, Sherix, thank you for contributing to the cookie fund. We're actually almost there. I'm surprised. 65%. Nice. I might do one more for the short answer. But I'm not doing the code implementation ones just yet. Oh, actually, I need to go over some stuff, don't I? I need to go over comparator, iterator, equals. I can be closest. You might add it to the poll. Yay! Yay! は言えない元通りはもうできないたどり隠した分かってくれない分かってくれない Let me move this over here. Oh, you know what? I really quickly, before I forget, you guys need to see this background. Um, I got this background the last time I streamed from Sharks. It's very cute. It's a very cute background. Um, of course, we're plugging the Cookie Fund here. If you guys don't know what the Cookie Fund is, the Cookie Fund is our community goal. You once we have met the goal, that is cut off. Once we've met the goal, I will buy a random chatter via, I don't know, I'll do a poll or something, or I'll do like a raffle on Twitter. I don't know. What if they don't have Twitter? Frick, I'll figure it out. I'll do a raffle and I will buy a random chatter, Keebler cookies, which are awesome and they're amazing and I love them. And Sherix loves them and she's constantly trying to get people to donate to the Cookie Fund. If it doesn't win, I'm gonna do it another time because it'll take time for me to learn. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. It took me. I mean, it took me a while to learn how to sing it. Um, I think it took me a couple days, but also but only because I listened to it for like on repeat, on loop for hours. Love, I'm so in love. I don't ever wanna stop this ride that we're on. I don't ever wanna say goodbye. All those nights they would just be all for nothing. I'll never go back. I'll never go. Now that I know that. Now that I know. Is it possible to add a cookie fund command so I can just cookie fund and it will advertise? Oh, maybe. Let me do that. And actually, thanks for reminding me. Just so you guys know, while it's not completely finished, I have a Discord server now. It's still somewhat under construction, but most of it is usable. And if you guys, have any suggestions of what I can add to it, you can do it in there. So if you want to join that, feel free, but you don't have to. Let me add the cookie fund command right now. I don't ever want to stop this ride that we're on. I don't ever want to say goodbyes and all those nights just be all for nothing. Okay, wait, Sherix. What do you want the cookie fund command to say? You're gonna have to give me something that you want it to say. Cause I'm so, I'm so in love, I'm so in love. I don't ever wanna stop this ride that we're on. I don't ever wanna say goodbyes and all of those nights just be all for nothing. Please add a room that shows your reference pic so it's easier to acquire references. Oh, that's a good idea. I will do that. I will add a chat that does that. Um we can do like streamer references and I'll put my references in there for once I get the chance to. Once I get an actual reference, I mean. To you tonight, you wanna get away. Yeah, all the flight, leave today. My mind's been running round, thinking of where I'd rather be now. I know it has been a while since you envisioned what you once dreamed of. You take my hand and run. Won't you take my hand and we can get away? Here we go. Dreams will be awakened down the road. I kind of want to do art. I will copy and paste that directly into the command. And let's see if it works. Specifically and also capital H and hello. Gotcha, gotcha. Mm-hmm, da, 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 da. Mm-hmm, 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 mm-hmm. You know, we're gonna add a little bit else, a little bit. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. We're gonna do that. Your brain is not functioning. Yes, your brain is not functioning. Anyway, bam. Uh, can you see if you can call it though? You should be able to. Um, I think you should be able to call it. Let's see. Mm-hmm, we can get away. Here we go. Hello. Welcome into the stream, Lily. We are doing coding right now. I was studying a bit earlier, but I'm currently taking a small break. So we have a blank screen right now. But yeah. How are you doing? How are you doing? Welcome to the stream. Um hello, would you nah. Okay, good. It works for you. Perfect. Okay. You're doing good. That's good. That's good. Oh, I guess Ahi ended her stream. Oh man, I missed it. No, it's fine. Da 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 na. Bum ba ba da ba na. Ba ba da ba na. Ahi just us here, and so you thought I'd stop by and say hi. Well, I'm glad. I'm glad that you decided to stop by and say hi. That rhymes. That's pretty not. I don't know why I'm doing this accent. I do usually do that, but I don't know why I was doing that. Fell in my shoes for just one night. Well, thank you for coming. If thank you for coming. I guess I don't really know what to say. Not gonna be too when you walk in my shoes. I can't sing that high. Even just for one day, help me to love like you do, like I'm supposed to. Help me from feel like I do. I'm without you. Thank you for contributing 250 to the cookie fund. I'm crawling to get off the ground. Tumble, don't stumbling down, down, down. Tumble, don't stumbling down, down. Have a good night. Yes, I will have a good night. Thank you for wishing me good night, and I hope you have a good night as well. Yourself in my shoes for just one night stay. I don't hate the come. It works. Yes. Thank you for lurking, Audie. What was I gonna say? Thank you for lurking, and I hope you enjoy your lurk. Have fun. I don't. Have good recordings. I don't know what to say. Oh, ad. Ad. Whoops. Have a fun coding stream. Thank you. I'm crawling. I guess I do have a little bit of time. I might start. Okay, let's do one more. One more of these tests. I'm lazy. In the prison that I'm only human. Calling collections.sort in your code would be an example of. Oh, that's data abstraction. Assume a CS student class implements a person interface and extends student, which is not true. CS student is a student. CS student is a person, yes. A CS student object can be assigned to a variable of type person. Yes. Student is a CS student. This one. Hey! Look at that! ウクスに授業のるってどことかみんなの前ではなのにデレデレなとことか本当に愛したやまないあなたのこと明日だけのヒーローになってよ LINE だってしてたいし一緒に帰ったりしたよ放課後部活に行くあなたにまたねって一人かと休みの日だって会いたいし寝落ち電話もしてみたいけどそんな勇気はちっともなくて呆れるな振り向いて欲しくて意識して欲しくて香水をつけて一人でむせてあなたが欲しくてあなたのものになりたくて明日こそはだ考えながらまた明日 What was I doing? This one, right. Ahi, hello. Welcome. Oh, hydrate. I have to. Okay, thanks for the hydrate. While I go get something to drink, how are you doing? Okay, I'm back. Hold on. Let me catch up on the chat. I had to get water. Drink. Yes, I haven't drank anything in since I started stream, so that is 2 hours ago. Thank you for redeeming hydrate. You're doing awesome. That's awesome. You just finished Undertale. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I saw that you were streaming Undertale earlier. I think you just ended stream, right? And Sharks, thank you for shouting her out. Thank you. How am I doing? I am doing good. I'm studying. I have Sharks. Sharks, there's nothing to save. There there's nothing to save. What was I what was I saying? I'm doing good. I have a midterm tomorrow. Which hence why I am currently studying with a bunch of practice tests. And when I say studying, I am kind of studying. In that I'm not doing most of it. I'm doing some of it. Save myself. That's crazy. That's crazy. That is crazy. I don't even know what to say to that. What do I even say to that? Ganbatte. Thank you. We're gonna do our best. Hopefully it shouldn't be too bad, but you never know. Okay, really quickly, Sharks. Question. The cookie fun. Question really quickly, Sharks. With how midterms work, because I'm not sure, since obviously I haven't really dealt with it in this kind of idea, and it might not be the same, but just wanted to ask. Do classes usually have two midterms? Because my class has two midterms, and I have another one in a couple weeks. That's what I'm wondering. Because I thought generally you have one midterm, one final, but apparently not. Yeah, it's the same class. Oh, and I thank you for contributing 2,000 to the cookie fund. If same class, then no. Usually you only have one midterm. See, that's what I thought. So I was really confused when I found out that the class had two. Oh, these. Oh, you know what? I never. Does this still work? It does. And then of course there's this new one that we can use. Actually, do I have? Oh my god! I forgot I had this. I forgot I had this command. How I can't believe I forgot because it's in my title. But I have this command, so let me do this. I can do that. I can hug people. Um, you guys can get hugged. I can hug everyone. I forgot about that. I forgot I had that command. It's been a long time since I've used it. Oh my gosh, my voice is back now. Look at that. What else do I have? I do have a headpad. I need to get a proper Your chat is so sweet. In other chats, there are bomb commands. You mean like nuke? Because funny thing about Stream Elements. I'm pretty sure Stream Element has a default command called nuke. It does. It does. Stream Elements has a default command called nuke. So what it does is it clears the chat, but I don't need to do that because I have /clear, so I don't have it enabled. Like you can try and call nuke if you want to. It's not gonna do anything, but you can try. Casually cruel in the name of being honest. I'm a crumpled up. It's a paper line. It's okay. I don't know. Maybe you want to. Maybe you want to blow things up. I mean, I probably should make that joke. That's not a joke I should make. Which statement is false? You can have an abstract class without any abstract methods. If a class is missing a default constructor, it cannot be a base class. If a class is declared as final, it can inherit from a non-final base class. And an enum type can have a private. That's true. I don't think you can have an abstract class without any abstract methods. Can you? I mean, I guess technically it being abstract doesn't change the fact that so it's not that one. It's not the last one. So it's either if a class is missing a default constructor, it cannot be a base class, and if the class is declared as final, it can inherit from a non-final base class. That should be true. So it should be B. I think. There's a gun. There's a gun. It's too bad that guns don't work on me. I mean, granted, what defines a base class? Here's what I'm going to say. I'm going to say it's C because I don't think it's B because to me B doesn't make sense. Well, to me B makes sense. You should be able to have a default constructor without and allow it to be a base class. I'm pretty sure you can do that. And the only one that I'm not sure about is C. I've been so good with I'm feeling empty. Summon the frog? Oh! I don't have my window open. Wait. The frog isn't in my room. It's outside my room. I've been hearing it through the window because I had my window open this whole time. Well, I usually have my window open when I stream because it gets really hot because my computer is running and then it's the fan and it gets really hot in my room. But I don't hear the frog right now. Yeah. I mean, okay, but it's still weird to hear a frog coming in your window when you're on the second floor. Okay, it's still weird. It is still weird to hear it. There's the frog. Okay, frog is here. Frog is here. The declaration of an object during compile time, not runtime. I don't think I need to say anything more than that. Will I not? I'm crazier than all the patience. Everything right. At the time of dark, I've lost my patience. Frog. Good, I've been helping my ass off. I've been so good. Getting stressed out. I've been so good. I've been so good this year. I've been so good, but it's still getting harder. I've been so. That's what she said. Sorry. I don't know how I can focus. So good this year. I don't know. I'm pretty good at focusing when there's a lot of stuff around me. We have object O can be student, boolean b equals O, instance of student. Okay. So is O an instance of CS student if it's just a student? A CS student. Okay, this should be assigned to false, I'm pretty sure. This year. Kitsu's too good at multitasking. That's fair. I don't know. I don't. Yeah, I am. I'm pretty good at multitasking. That's fair. I don't know why, but I've always been pretty good at multitasking. Stop it. What Java features most prominently? This is autoboxing. Given the classes, indicate whether the assignments are valid or invalid. Okay, sure. Oh, okay. So I make a choice here and here and here. Channeling the multitasking energy to myself. Okay. B.packv equals 1. Is this valid or invalid? Let me go to draw. I feel better. The universe works in mysterious ways. The thing that's working for me. I'll be good. Should I be good this? Okay, so we have the package A. public class base int pack v, public int prop v, final static int my var equals 10. Okay. Can we just call pack v? I believe if you don't set it, because it's in a public class, it defaults to public, so this should be valid. That, I don't know why that was so wide. b.protv. Protv is protected. They're in the same package. A and so this should be valid. Base.myvar. It is a final and it is static of a public class. This should also be valid. These should all be valid, I'm pretty sure. This one. C.packv. So we make a child C times 2 for me too. The pack v equals I still think of you. Where are the things we said? All the promises that we could start again. And we could start again. What you say about that? We just friends, and like that. Hold hands and we can hold hands and we ends with the late night chats. So what you doing? Thinking about how your head's in the clouds, but I can't deny. Oh, I can't do it. I don't go the day, but I don't know how. But I'm still just sitting on the days it was all about us. I'm the same, but I don't know what to trust. Can we call pack v here? Yes. Prot v, no. And this should be valid, I believe. We'll have to check that because I don't remember. Then just remember a miracle to get over you. It's been a while, but oh wait, I'm trying to set them. These are all invalid. No matter what you do, this is invalid because it's final. I can't even focus or listen to a song with lyrics while doing things. It has to be instrument only. For me, it's more like I kind of tune out the music, and the funny thing is, I actually have a harder time concentrating when it's non-lyrical music. If it's just an instrumental, I have a harder time because I'm listening to the instrumental and I'm trying to pick out certain things in it. November, you had a heart to go. Bitter winter, but with you I felt no cold. Can't help me, Grandpa, do this again. What is he doing? What is Mr. Boy doing this time? What is Mr. Boy doing this time? That is so impressive. I don't know if it's necessarily impressive. You know, it's just part of. I grew up. I learned the violin growing up. So a lot of what I do when I listen to instrumental is try to pick out. Is try to pick out like, what is this instrument playing at some point within the song, and what are these instruments doing to help it? You know, because music theory is something that we focused on in classes. For me, it's music. It depends on the subject. If it's anything with words and numbers, then music with lyrics is a no. Thank you for shouting out Nee. That sound thing you already know already helped. What sound thing? I don't know what you're talking about, Nee. CS student extends student. The methods below were to be added to CS student. Okay. Circle ride to indicate if it'll override, load to indicate it'll overload, and error if it'll generate a compilation error. Notice that you should consider each of them individually, assuming you're only adding A, B when adding. Okay. Public void sum method A int x. Oh, this is in CS student, so this is going to be an override. Void sum method A int x. Wait, hold on. If you don't specify a keyword in Java, is it defaulted to public? It defaults to package private within the same package and not visible. Okay, hold on. I didn't know that. That's on me. That changes this up here. If it defaults to package, if it defaults to package private, because we're only within the same package. So this should actually be. This is valid still. And this is still valid. Leaving behind your entire life. This should be invalid as well then. Hold on, wait. I am not skipping through this. I don't know what she's talking about. Hello, Mr. Boy. Welcome to the stream. You were talking earlier. I poof, sad face. Uh-huh. Nah. I'm not lying. That Miss Grandpa Eternal sound. Oh, that sound. Mr. Boy, stop making that sound. Come on, man. We already know no one likes that sound. Okay, come on. Also, hi. Huh? It was a typo. Never safe for me. And then, thank you for shouting out, Mr. Boy. I'm getting bullied. Mr. Boy, if you didn't make that sound, then exactly what sound did you make? Exactly what sound did you make? Red dice. Something hits me every time, and I know it. I'm in love with your love, your love, your love. Wanna be touched with. What the fuck? I'm not telling you. What do you mean you're not telling me? Huh? What? Huh? Are you okay? It's already sus that you've come to chat to protect your honor so readily. That's true. That's true. Yeah. I have to. Nah, look, Mr. Boy, you don't gotta do anything. You know, sometimes it's better to just take it lying down and not try to refute it. You know, like when people were calling me a femboy, it might have been better if I had just not responded to the comments, you know? Like, I'm just saying, like, in some cases, it's better. I don't know why I swapped accents halfway through that. You know, it's just like controversy. Occasionally, you have to, if you respond, if you make a bunch more, if you respond to it, you're gonna draw more attention to it. Therefore, sometimes it's better to, you know, not respond, not draw anything, not draw attention, unless of course you're trying to clout chase. In which case, maybe. I was about to say, why you southern now? Me lurky. Thank you for the lurkney. I swapped accents halfway in there. But you know what? That's okay. Why am I Aussie? I don't know. It just happens. You know, occasionally it just happens. Your love. On my night, oh dear, here all the seasons change every time. We make it public instead of package protected. So actually, that's an overload. This is an override. Would be like they used to. Permanently be right through you. That I miss you. I'd be lying if I didn't say I miss you. Stay, baby. Yes, you, baby. Oh, no. This would be an error, I'm pretty sure. Oh, there's about to be an ad, y'all. Just keep that in mind. Actually, let's do the ad now so we don't have to worry about it. Myself. Things could be like they used to. Well, now I see right through you. Wish you could tell me all the ways that I miss you. Be lying if I didn't say I wish you'd. I don't have the voice for this. One more, no, yeah, anymore. Try my best to forget you, and know that I still miss you. And then all alone, I gave with you go, gave you all that I could you. Now it's left this I still miss you. Actually, since I might be able to. Oh no! We're good. Surely that didn't push pop up on stream, right? Oh god. Things could be like they used to. They'll never be right through you. Please that I miss you. You know, it was in an ad, so we're probably okay. Probably. Gonna lurk for a bit? Alright. Have a good lurk, buddy. Don't forget there's a lurk command. Just saying. There's a lurk command. Just saying. Alright. Why are you angry? Silence! No, you. You silence. There's a lot of fire. And Sherix, you are in fact an angel, I agree. You were. Oh, fucking hell. Okay, so this should be B. This should be D, so we're good. This should be. Apparently it's B. Okay, I didn't. Interesting. If a class is missing, oh, I'm stupid. It can still be a basic. Yeah, I read that wrong. That's my fault. Bro, go and burning the chat. Burn. um. I guess we need something cool to help out, right? Okay, hold on. I'm sure I can do a. We need something that's cool. I can't do a cool voice. I'm sorry. I don't have any cool voices in there. Sure, why not? Yep, that's B. That is A. Valid, valid, invalid. Valid, valid, invalid. Perfect. And then it is invalid. Oh, interesting. This is valid. Why would that be valid? It's protected. We've imported. Oh, because we've imported the package. That's why. Then my var is invalid. Perfect. Yep. Will always be there to you. Oh, thank you for redeeming British accent. I'm not sure how well I can do it because I just did an Aussie one, so I might end up doing the Aussie one instead of the British one. That's the main problem with doing it because they're honestly quite similar. It's very hard. It's very hard for me to distinguish between the two occasionally. So I wouldn't say I can do a very good British accent because I can't. For sure I can't. It just that sounded like I said cunt there, and now my channel is demonetized. Oh god. Okay. It's only for 5 minutes, so keep that in mind. We have 5 minutes to do it. Thank you for the hydrate me. I do in fact have a cup of water next to me. Now, I could do the stereotypical thing and say bottle of water, but clearly that's not how most people in I mean, I guess there are people there that do say it like that, but not me, and not the people that I've talked to that are British. I did it though, yes, but I can also say bottle of water. It's there are people that say bottle of water, but bottle of water, but like I I haven't actually ever talked to anyone from Britain or from England that does bottle of water. It's more like a joke. Most of them say bottle of water. It's not like a thing that a lot of them do, honestly. Um, granted, granted. To be fair, though, to be fair to them, most of the people that I've talked to were from the north, the not the north, the south side of England. My ex girlfriend, for one, was British. Um, so I do. Once again, Sharks, you're wasting your point. Your singular point. You're wasting it because there is nothing to save. I have nothing to save here. There's nothing here for me to save. Okay, so this should be an override. That's still an override, okay. That's obviously a ride. And this one's gonna error, interestingly. I don't know why. That one's error, that one's out. So the ones I got right were B, D, and E. I didn't think that would error, but I guess that makes sense considering that this is they have to have the same not necessarily the same keyword, but if it's private then you can't call it. So it can't be an over so it can't work here and here because it won't recognize it as an overridden method. Um and then as for this one is just right because it's public. It's only 1 point. Yeah, well, you know what? That's 1 point that you could save. You know, someday it might be 1 point that you need to finish that cookie fund, and then you won't have that 1 point. You know, you never know. You never know what could happen. I'm just saying. Like, I'm honestly just saying. You never know what could happen. Is life without the one I love the most? Who I am without you. I can always ask for donations. Fair. Oh my god, you guys. Okay. I don't particularly want to keep studying now, but I don't really have anything else that I can. I do have something I can do. I do have something I can do. We're gonna take a break. Um, I do have something we can do actually. Hold on. Here it is. Really quickly, let's just do. Let me just change my title really quickly. Um, I do have. Oh wait, actually, I don't know if I can do that right now because it has to download. Oh no, I forgot to download it. That's why. I'm dumb. I should have downloaded this earlier. That's on me. Let's see how terribly this happens. Let's see how bad my bitrate goes now that I have to download something. We're gonna see how terrible this goes. Dude, your back is killing you. I'm still watching the stream, just not gonna type. That's all good. That's all good. Um, I mean, I do that all the time in your stream, so don't feel pressured to chat. You don't have to, unless of course you want to. And obviously, take care of yourself. That's the most important thing. Um, very important to take care of yourself. I know that that's really that coming from me. That's kind of not what you want to hear, but I know that that's not something you want to hear. um. Okay, let's do this, and then. Okay. Whoa, that downloaded much faster than I thought it was going to. Um. That is loud. Oh my god. That is very loud in my ears, and I don't know how to turn it down. Oh my god. Okay. Um. Let me turn that down. That is so loud. Holy crap, that is loud. Okay. Let's see if this works. I don't know if the game can. It can. But is it gonna be a black screen? It might just be a black screen. Damn it. Why is it a black screen? I know it's a black screen. It's okay. I have to make a window capture. There we go. Let's make sure we capture audio. That was loud. Was it loud? Yeah. That's on me. That is completely on me. Is it capturing the audio or not? I don't know if it's capturing the audio. Is there audio? So Shirks gifted this game to me. The music's not playing right now, so I can't check. Okay, let's just. How loud was that? I don't know how loud that was. I might. Okay, I think that's okay. Music is playing now. Let me know if that's too loud or not. I'm gonna. You can hear it? Okay, is it too loud or is it okay? Actually, I'm gonna turn that down a bit. Is that okay or is that too loud? It sounds good now on my end. Okay, okay. We'll leave it at that then. You know what? We're not gonna have the music playing for this. There's no reason to play the music. Okay, let's do this. Hatoful boyfriend. Welcome to St. Pigeon Nations. Please enter your name. I didn't enter a name. Oh, there. Okay. Phew. I'll just go Kit. I'll just go Kit. My last name. I already know what to put. Volt Amp. Good enough. Sue. Oh, sorry. Do you want me to do SU? I can do Sue. Volt Amp is what I've been saying is my last name for a while, since VA, but... No, it's okay. Alright, we're gonna keep going then. Hold on, actually, give me a sec. I need to go get more water. Alright, I'm back. Hold on. This has a lot of reading, so good luck voice acting. Oh no! Okay. Hato for boyfriend includes a powerful visualization model, allowing even the birdiest of birds to appear as normal humans when first introduced. Display human You know what? Let's do it. Let's display the human portraits. Why not? I'm sure that some of them are gonna be hot, right? Some of them are gonna be hot, right? Right? Maybe all of them are gonna be hot. We're going yes. Indeed. Alright, here you go. Let's do this. St. Pigeonations, a school blessed with extensive curricula and facilities. My favorite is the putting one. Alright. I hope I get to that. I might not get to that here because I only have maybe 40 more minutes before I need to get ready to sleep because test tomorrow. But yeah. It's already been a year since I entered my ordinary life and walked through these gates. Oh, wait, this is okay. Hold on. I should probably say this school is known for one thing in particular. This school is Japan's, no, the world's greatest gathering place for gifted birds. Birds who want to study the arts, the sciences, even sports, all come to St. Pigeonation. The teaching staff and student body are both made up of a diverse blend of birds of different backgrounds and species. I'm often asked why I chose to come here despite not being a bird. It's a long story. Okay, this is a person. Not every day I see you rushing along like this. Ryota. Usually you'd have been ready for an hour by now, kid. Overslept? Oh my god, wait. Wait. He's the childhood friend! Wait! Oh my god, wait! He's legitimate, oh my god. And he has blue hair, he fits the trope so well. Okay. This rock dove is named Kawara Ryuta. We've been friends since he was barely hatched. He can be a little mischievous, but he's responsible and kind. Breakfast was a little hard to catch today. I can't relax without red meat inside. I enjoy childhood friend tropes. Dude, I live for childhood friend tropes, okay? Doki Doki Literature, Doki Doki Literature Club. I am Team Sayori all the way. Team Yuri here. Yuri's cute too, but I mean, I prefer Sayori over Yuri, but Yuri is, you know, she's a little, you know, there are some things that, you know, she's into that I don't think I am very comfortable around. Living as a hunter-gatherer sounds tough. I'd be happy to make you breakfast, you know. I'm back from the abyss of my room. Welcome back, Lily. We've shifted over to playing Hatoful Boyfriend. It's a dating simulator game about dating birds. Kid is dating pigeons. Yes, I am. I'm dating. I am. I'm very much dating pigeons right now. Except for the fact that I haven't dated any yet. We just started the game. I might take you up on that offer when starvation looms. Thanks, Ryota. Oh, the bell already. Come on, we need to hurry to class. Jeepers, no good being late on the first day. Jeepers is crazy. I can't. And so Ryota pulled me along into the school. Today is the start of a new semester. I wonder what lies in store. It was all I could do to adjust to the atmosphere last year. Better make up for all that lost fun. Oh, guess we're entering the school now. The first term, here we go. I think we're in 2-3. Ryota and I are in the same class again. Old faces, new faces, a strange thrill fills my heart as I look around at the assembled birds. I hope we all get along. Here's to the formation of many happy memories. Dating pigeons, yes. Dating pigeons, that's what this game is about. Look, Sherix recommended it, so we're playing it. Oh, the teacher's here. Kazuaki. Oh my god. Good morning, everybody. Oh my god. That's terrible. That's almost as bad. That's almost as bad as that thing that Alex used to do. What was it? Every Taite. Every Taite. Oh god, that is terrible. I'm Nanaki Kazuaki. I assume to be your teacher this year. I specialize in math and physics. I don't know why I started doing that accent, but we're gonna keep it from now on. And also some other things. Zzz. Anyway, I'm gonna go under my bed and stream me playing a guitar for a little bit. Alright. Have fun with that. Have fun with playing the guitar. I might pop in later if you're still streaming. When I end, we'll see. Sir, wake up! It's homeroom. He sleeps with his eyes open. You know what? Hold on. Oh wait. Okay, hold on. The teacher is getting. Is the teacher a dateable character? Oh my gosh. If he is, that's crazy. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna do Kid's voice and a girl voice because it'll be easier for me to distinguish the voices of the girls and of the main character and the guys. So we're gonna be doing that from now on. This quail is Nanaki Kazuaki. He's a famously soporific math professor. I'd heard the rumors, but I hadn't expected him to fall asleep just like that. Apparently, he's well known as a mathematician. It just goes to show, great minds come in all forms. I don't know if I can keep that up the whole time, actually. I'm sorry. Isn't it a little warm? That's not the right accent. Isn't it a little warm in here? Which reminds me, we have a transfer student. Please introduce yourself, Shirogane, whatever. What is the point? I have no wish to speak with— oh my god. What is the point? I have no wish to speak with commoners. Do not think I'm here because I wish to be. That's— oh. Well, I guess that's that. Hey, that's no good. But he doesn't want to introduce himself. But we can't let him just break the rules like that, sir. The system will collapse. We'll all turn into kulaks and dissenters. Well, when you put it like that, could you at least say your name, Shirogane? Shirogane Lebel Sakia. Oh my god, this guy, oh my god. It seems this fantail is Shirogane Sakia. His feathers would make any birdie proud. Oh my god.
He's pretty stuck up, but then transferring is never easy. I hope we can be friends.
Why would you want to be friends with? Why? You know what? No. Oh my. Okay.
Sakia sits down, glaring daggers at Ryota and me. I think this little bird is telling me there's gonna be trouble down the line.
Oh my god. The bird puns are killing me.
Lunch already. Today is slipping by so quickly. That reminds me, I've had these books out from the library all summer. I'll return them now. Where is everyone? Aside from the receptionist, there's hardly any birdie here. Huh? Is someone looking at me? It's probably just my imagination. Or not. A mourning dove stands in a dark corner, staring in my direction.
Is this the emo character? I bet this is the emo character.
Mourning doves aren't very common in Japan, but apparently they're everywhere in America. Did you want something from me?
Exclamation mark.
He looked away.
Not really. That's not the right person.
I'm pretty sure it was him who I felt looking at me. There's no one else here. Are you sure?
Yes. I don't want anything to do. No, that's not the right person. I don't want anything to do with you. It's the things you're carrying that I'm interested in. He glances at the desk as if. Oh wait.
He glances at the desk as if to say,
Hurry up and return them already.
Oh, sorry.
That was terrible.
Oh, sorry. They were a little too dense and I never finished them. Were you waiting for them all summer?
He silently returns his gaze to the book.
Maybe he's in a bad mood. I'm Volt Amp.
Oh my god, that's good. Okay.
I'm Volt Amp Kit, a sophomore. What about you? You're...
Nagaki. Fujishiro Nagaki. Freshman. He's a freshman, he's young. Oh, this guy's a cute. Oh, he's sad. Okay, well now we know he's sad.
Maybe it's just his voice, but he seems kind of sad.
Leave me alone.
He's reading his book again. Okay, sorry to bother you. I keep meeting depressing people today. Now that I have that out of the way, I think I'll head back to class. Wait, isn't that...
You should have been instructed not to approach me in school. Yuya. Come on, Sakia, what kind of thing is that to say to your own brother after all these years? My brother? My brother? You must be joking. You've never once been a brother to me. Please don't try to talk to me again. I've no time for half-breeds. I'll be going now. Hey, wait just a... I guess even if we're in the same school now, what's done is done.
I hadn't meant to eavesdrop, but I think I just overheard something juicy. The ever-popular trendsetter and ladies' man, Sakazaki Yuya, is Sakia's brother? I wonder what the story behind that is.
Hey.
Huh?
You heard the whole thing, right? Are you a friend of Sakia's?
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to listen in on you.
Haha, no sweat. I try to say sex I try to stay sexy and suave in front of all you ladies, but that there wasn't too cool. That is a crazy statement to say. That is a... How do you even react to that? Are you kidding me? I don't know what to say. I just stopped because I didn't want to stream the long. Oh, well, welcome back, I guess. Bro, this Yuya guy, I can see how he is, I don't remember the names anymore. Okay, it's fine. I would say, okay. Yeah, honestly, I don't know what I would even say to that. I just imagine someone is just like, I try to be sexy and suave in front of all the ladies. But, you know, that wasn't very cool. Like, that just, what do you even say to that? What the heck? Okay, there's about to be an ad, so keep that in mind, guys. There's about to be an ad. We're gonna wait for the ad to finish before we continue because don't want you to miss anything. Also, while the ad is finishing up, really quickly, I have a Twitter. I have a current Discord server. Feel free to, if you guys want to join that, you can join that. Just thought I'd point that out. And also, let's do this as well. I might as well. I didn't spell that right, did I? I did not spell that right. Boop, there we go. That's on me. I should have spelled that right. Okay, ad is done. Good to know. Alright, let's continue.
I've never talked to him before, but he's famous, or infamous, throughout the school. Everybody knows of him.
Oh, I missed that. What was that? She said, your kid, right?
How did you...
I know everybody here, and besides, you're the only human. A single poppy in a field of... I gotta give him like that kind of voice, you know what I'm talking about? Like the... I know everybody here. Besides, you're the only human. A single poppy in a field of rye. Did you say you were a friend to Sakya's?
Not exactly. We had a rather ballistic introduction this morning. We're in the same class, that's all. I'd never have thought that stuck-up aristocrat wannabe was your brother.
Aristocrat wannabe? He is an aristocrat, actually. The genuine article, in the flesh.
He is?
He's a bit of a pain, so good luck, mon ami. Oh, this guy's French. Hold on. He's a bit of a pain, so good luck, mon ami. Adieu. Thank you for contributing to the cookie fund, Mr. Boy. I'm gonna have to not stream for a while, so make sure you guys don't get it so early.
He really is a noble bird. I've never heard of anything like that about Yuya, though. Probably a twisty business.
That's all for today. Stay safe, everyone.
Yay!
Huh?
Sir, where's Ryota?
He said he was going to the infirmary. Maybe you should go and see if he's still there. There. I gotta be that right.
Now that I think about it, Ryota always did have a weak stomach. I should go to the infirmary just to make sure he's okay. Excuse me? Nobody's here.
Oh my, no birdie's here, bruh. Okay.
There's no one sleeping behind the curtains, and the doctor isn't here either. My hunter-gatherer instincts feel no presence. There's nobody here. Ryota? No reply. The infirmary is empty.
Almost beating the cookie fun. Yeah, you guys are almost there.
Weird. Did he go home already? I feel a little nervous poking around the empty room. Now that I think about it, I haven't been in here much before. Unlike Ryota, I'm perfect healthy. Whoa, they've got all kinds of drugs in here. Ethopar, Dryphe, Lysiobenzene. What do these even do?
You gotta find out.
The doctor?
I'll feed you all sorts of things if you want.
No, thank you.
Damn! I was not expecting that. Sorry.
This partridge is Iwamin Shu, the school doctor. He's rather creepy in person.
Okay, good. I had the right voice for him then.
And has a bad reputation among the student body. Everybody knows that even just talking to him can bring you down with aspergillus, psittacosis, or even worse. And I never even heard him come into the door. Ninja doctor?
You don't look like you have a good reason to be in here. Did you need something?
I heard Ryota. Gawada from 2-3 was supposed to be here.
Him? He's already gone.
Oh. Why didn't he come find me before going home? Sorry to bother you. I'll be going now.
What was that music? Oh my god. That music was kind of creepy.
Finally out of that den of evil. Ryota's already gone home. What do I do now? Oh, I never got around to joining a club last year. Maybe I'll go take a look at some of my options.
Can I is there a way for me to turn down the audio? The music is just kind of really loud. Can I just turn that down a little bit and then I'm going to turn it up on OBS. I'm turning that down because that is really loud. Sorry. I'm going to also save over here since I don't want to lose any progress.
I think there are clubs for baseball, soccer, track, kendo, migration, bird watch.
Okay, I'm sorry. Bird watching?
Dude, are they just teaching them how to stalk people?
What? You know what? Okay. That's kind of crazy. That's kind of crazy. I don't know what to say. That's kind of crazy. Oh my god. Not gonna question. I mean, okay, migration makes sense because birds migrate. But bird watching? Birds learning how to bird watch? What? Ah! I don't know. I don't even know. I don't know what to say. Oh, also guys, before I forget to mention this, actually, I'll talk about that later, never mind.
Wasn't there another one? Anyway, I'll start with...
My voice is not working right now, and it's not letting me do the voice I want to.
Anyway, I'll start with the track team. I I ran in middle school, and it's always fun watching the birds hop around. I think their club room is on the ground floor, off to the side. A white dove is having a tantrum. Coo, coo!
This is no putting for a man. Oh, wait. Sherix, is this what you were talking about? Is this what you were talking about? Yes, okay. I guess we're about to see then.
Coo!
Okasan rejects it. It's a lie, a vicious falsification. He's dancing around on a squished pudding.
Hey, that's not very nice to the pudding.
Oh my goodness.
This is Oko-san. He doesn't really look it, but he's supposedly a fain-tailed pigeon. I think. Either way, he's hyper. Coo!
Oko-san has suffered a deception most vile, a wretched betrayal.
Betrayal? Coo!
Oko-san instructed that pudding be provided for new members.
Coo!
But this is no pudding. Ousted, scorned, betrayed, dragged into the street and shot by those he trusted most. Just a pigeon.
It's squished and filthy, but the thing under his feet looks like normal store-bought pudding. What's wrong with it?
Coo, coo! Spare the jest, young lady! Oko-san used a wing attack. It's super effective.
Coo!
They'll rue the day they crossed Oko-san. He'll have them flayed, hanged, shot at dawn. He will.
Coo!
Oko-san must now train to achieve true pudding. Farewell. And... okay.
And he's gone. He's a good runner, but what does pudding have to do with the track team?
I don't get it either.
And so ended the first day of my second semester at St. Pigeonations.
Okay, I'm gonna stop here, because right after we got all those introductions done, because it is about getting to the time where I should end my stream. So we are going to end. We're gonna do some chatting for a bit, and then I'm gonna end. I forgot to remove the coding thing from my title, but that's alright. We're gonna go to just chatting. And then we're gonna move over to here. There we go. Okay. I realize how hard it is to see the text of the chat on this background, but that's alright. I'm gonna hope it saves. I'm just gonna close it and hope it saves. But okay, that seems interesting. It's interesting to see all the characters in the game. They're very hot. They're all like pretty boys. Who am I liking so far? If we're talking like in terms of prettiness, for my purposes, we are gonna go for Ryota, but you know, I have to see whether or not he lives up to the childhood friend trope. You know what I mean? I'd say the one that I least want to get to know is probably the stuck up guy. I don't remember his name. Sakya. I don't. I'm not the kind of person that can deal with people like him. But maybe he's just a tsundere. But oh, music. But for me, I don't think if I was actually in the game, I don't think I would associate with him at all. The hell of it. Did it for the good times and the bad. I don't like sins, sadly. Sadly? What do you mean, sadly? What? What? Hold on. What do you. What? I don't know what that means. How. Why is that a sadly? Need your love tonight. Many people like them, but not me. Okay, sure, but what makes it sadly? I think you think it's low key annoying. Yeah, honestly, I think there are cases where being tsundere is annoying. I think there are cases where being tsundere is funny. Um, since you're not majority. Let you go. Need your love tonight. Oh, tonight. Honestly, fair. I mean, me, I think there's only been there's only some tsunderes that I like. There aren't a lot of tsundere in terms of characters. There aren't a lot of tsunderes that I like. Generally, I prefer the ones that are more happy, less likely to hit, and people that can actually express their emotions. People that can that I feel like people that you can feel like you can lean on, and people that feel like they can lean on you. You know. Mm-hmm. Did it? Did it? Maybe. I mean, maybe. And I forget the pain and the queen, the chain. I'm the king of nothing at all. I'm the queen of nothing at all. In real life, I think I'm a sin though, since I remember I hit my crush of it. The Sharks. That's crazy. Oh my god. Holy crap. You have a lot, you have a lot of stories to share. It's very interesting. I I so the thing is, right? I'm a gray romantic, gray sexual. So I've never had like I've never really had a crush. I feel like when I was in elementary, middle school, I don't think I've ever really had a crush. I think I've had people that I liked, but I didn't have like a crush. The king of nothing at all. You're the queen of nothing at all. Out here in the dust, if you don't have trust, if you don't have device, this is the because I've only dated people in high school. I've dated two people, to be exact. I don't have any more experience out of that. And no, they were not at the same time. Just to be clear, I do. I have plenty of life experiences. Totally, yeah, totally, 100%, 100%. I've had crushes, but it's more like admiration. I've never wanted to date them. Oh, that's interesting. Got your back if you got mine. So okay, if you had a crush on someone and that got like the crush in the sense that you're explaining here, and they asked you out, would you date them or would you say no? Then if you never wanted to date them, that's my question. You usually like people who are student council presidents or class leaders. No. Wow. It's just a no. So you wouldn't date. You would say no. Interesting. You in fact have never dated before. Oh wow. I don't. Of course, I'm biased because both the relationships that I've been in have not been very good. Um, well, I hope you find someone. Um, Well, I mean, obviously, you don't have to find someone, right? Because, uh, yeah, I don't like pursuing any sense. If you date, then sometimes the other person expects you'll be okay with them kissing. Okay, really funny thing. When I dated people, I never ever got physically intimate with them. Um, Never. Like in terms of like going as far as kissing and other things, I've never done that. Obviously, um, I've I would say the one thing that I let someone who dates me do that I don't let most other people do is I let them hug me. Um, I don't know. I find hugs very awkward. Like if it's not with someone that I feel is really close to me. Months away from home. And okay, funny thing, I've never held hands with someone that I was dating either. So, you know, I don't remember how my guy friends in middle school would always brag about that. Really? Huh. Gasp. Breathe. Just breathe. Just breathe. I guess it's just different environments. Yeah, different. I would say different environments, different expectations. Like for me, I didn't feel like I needed to date ever. I only dated because I felt like, um. Hey, funny thing. Both of the times that I've dated someone, it was the other person who asked me out. It wasn't me who asked me. It was they asked me, which to me is really weird because I don't really see how people can like me in that way. I don't know. I've never really liked someone in terms of like a sexual manner. Um Romantically yes, but not sexually before. So it's weird to hear people, say things like that to me at the very least. Ooh. And both of the times it was not a good idea to date that person though. So, honestly, I don't know. I don't know. I feel like I don't have very good judgment when it comes to dating people. I've gotten confessed to before a few times and always rejected. That's fair. Like I mean like if you're not comfortable with it, it's always fine to refuse, you know? I'm just trying to. I'm waiting for a couple more minutes, and then we're gonna go right out. Just to let you guys know, we will be raiding out in a couple minutes, so keep that in mind. Love song, baby, about you. Actually, you know what's? It's really funny. I've given people relationship advice before that works, but none of my relationships have worked very well. But yeah, there's some other unpleasant experiences that make me not want to date at all. Plus, my time management is horrible. Mm-mm. Yeah. But I mean, obviously, you don't have to date, right? Like, dating's not for everyone. There are people that are completely okay with being single. For example, and this is like a history lesson, kind of. Isaac Newton. Isaac Newton never actually dated anyone. He did marry, but it was more to get the title of Sir, so he could be called Sir Isaac Newton. It wasn't because he actually liked that person. And he never had children. And there are even reports that say that he died a virgin. So keep that in mind. Like you don't have to um I helped a friend break up with their boyfriend, and their boyfriend wanted to use me to help get them back together. Ooh. Ooh, ooh. Yikes. That boyfriend proceeded to tell me how he hired people to stalk? Okay. That's crazy. I don't even know what to say to that. I also don't know if that's something that we should be putting in Twitch chat. Twitch TOS, please. uh, true. Oh man. All right, I think we're gonna go raid out now. I think now's a great time. I already have someone that I want to raid. Hopefully, to let me raid them. We'll see. I don't know if it will, but we will see. Let's find out. Thank you for calling raid. Okay, it works this time at least. Let's see if this works. It does. Okay. Is it a friend? It is. It's someone that I've spoken to before. Um, thank you guys for coming to the stream. I. It does let me. Yeah. All right. Thank you guys for coming to the stream. I will see you guys the next time, which is not going to be tomorrow for sure. Um, because I have a test tomorrow, so I'm definitely not streaming tomorrow. But yeah. All right. I will see you guys next time. We might continue How to Fool Boyfriend. We'll see. We have the raid message in the chat. Feel free to copy paste the raid message if you want to, but you don't have to. All right. I will catch you guys later. Good luck on the test. Thank you. I will catch. I will catch you guys later. I love you all. Goodbye. Bye bye, everyone.